Good morning, this is Dale Sugg with the Trader Boys. We've got the markets trying to bounce back after the biggest sell-off in 3 months. We get the S&P up almost 2 points, or 2%. The NASDAQ up at 1.5%. We've got the Dow up over 2%, and the Russell up 3.4%. The big names that are really bouncing back are, again, your coronavirus plays here. You get Delta Airlines, Carnival Cruise Lines, United Airlines. Big moves here, all 10 plus percent. Let's jump to the charts real quick. Just be a short one this morning. The Nasdaq. I want to start with the Nasdaq here. We looked at the trend lines in the Nasdaq there yesterday, and this upper trend line was where the market kept getting forced to the downside. Then it became a support level, push to the upside. You can see this absolutely just got blown through yesterday, straight down through that area. We also broke the lower trend line here and reversed just below it. So the question now really becomes is, what's this market going to do next? And what the charts tell us here is the probability is breaking below those trend lines, right? And breaking right below this low here. We're looking for this to retrace back up into this supply zone and then make a move to the downside. So you can see these demand zones here, they don't exist anymore. They just got absolutely annihilated yesterday. There's a demand zone just below us here, but we're looking for the retracement back up. So it's going to be interesting to see if the market can climb back up there. On the S&P 500, I'm sorry, here's the Russell 2000. Here's a great example of the importance of trend lines. Right? Off the pivot low. Look at this yesterday. We stopped at that trend line and we have reversed off it. So we've already got on the 1 hour time frame here. You got the supply zone coming in. We laid this one out yesterday. There's a beautiful little supply area in there. So if these markets can climb back in this area here, you can see we're into a small form of supply here. Climb back up into this area here, right? Maybe even into this area here. We'll look for the downturn here. So it's going to be interesting to look and see where we go here. On the S&P 500, right, we're on the 1 hour time frame. We'll jump back to the daily chart here real quick. You've got that move right up into our supply zone. We got that to the penny. Right down into our demand area. So you would have seen this in the video yesterday. We located the top of the market to the penny, and we got the bottom of the market. And the question I put out there yesterday is, can you time the markets? And this is a perfect example. Is you absolutely can. And this is what the novice traders in the industry, financial industry, says you absolutely cannot do. It's absolutely impossible. But you're watching the end of these videos here, where we got the top of the market right here. You got the bottom of the market here. Right, these were posted before the markets even got there. Right, so there's the turning point of the low of the market. Right, these demand zones here obviously don't exist, but look, we've broken below this lower trend line as well. So being below that lower trend line, that's now going to be an area of resistance. Right, so we should climb above it, but you've got now supply in this region here. Right, the supply in this region here now. That is going to be difficult for the markets to get above. And so you get supply in here. There's supplies out a little to be put out there yesterday, just above us as well. So if the market does gain a bit of strength here, to get up in there. So that's just a quick look into the morning's activity. You hear the good news and everything's going to be great. But this is just really a bounce back after a heavy sell-off. So now this becomes the retracement. So the next question is, will we get a lower pivot high and lead to a lower low and get a decent retracement in these markets coming back? Okay. Have an awesome and amazing day. Fridays are a great day to take a day off. You got institutions managing risk before the weekend, and it can be a little bit more complicated, a little bit difficult to stack the odds and probabilities in your favor.